Okay guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be covering a staple of card magic, the Ambitious card. Now, Ambitious card quite simply is a routine and a trick where a selected card always returns back to the top of the deck. As such, because that's the premise and because it always comes back to the top of the deck, you really want to limit the amount of times you do it. By that I mean you want to limit the amount of phases that's in the trick. And personally I think 3 phases is more than enough. So let's get into it. Just have a card selected, 5 of diamonds, or let's have a face card actually. Let's pick a nice face card. Jack of clubs. Okay. So the spectator selects the Jack of clubs. It's a perfectly free choice. You don't have to force it or anything like that. And the idea is that you put the Jack into the deck like so. So I'm going to be showing you 3 phases. These are really easy phases. Ambitious card can be adapted almost unconditionally, okay? So these are just 3 easy phases that you can use right away, and obviously as you get more advanced then you can add your own stuff in, okay? So the Jack gets put into the deck like so. You can show them. Okay, and now all you do is you push down on the back of the deck like so and push in at the same time. As you can see, like that, creating a break that you can put your pinky in. Okay, and from the front it looks perfectly normal. So downward pressure, creating a break, inward pressure, pushing the card in, your pinky comes over and grabs a break. And from the front it looks perfectly fine. Now, you take small packets from the top, 10-15 cards or so, drop them down, and you carry on doing the same thing until you reach the break. And of course your card's there. Once you reach the break, you drop the balance of the deck on top, and that is the card returned to its position. So at performance speed, that particular thing would look like this. You take the card, push it in, okay, once more, so you get an idea for the quickness of the actions. You can show them. Okay, and that's returned the card to the top. Okay, so the second phase of this, incidentally you can reveal this card in whichever way you like after it's returned to the top, it doesn't really matter. The second phase, once you take it back from them, you can substitute anything in you like. Personally, I just put it on top of the deck, do a nice little false shuffle, and another false shuffle. As I write completely random, emphasize the fact that it's completely random, remembering that your card is on top. And now you can do the cut deeper force. If you're not sure what the cut deeper force is, I have a video on the cut deeper force, go and find it and then come back. So the cut deeper force, you ask them to pick up a small section of cards, turn them face up and drop them back on the deck. And then to do the same thing, a little bit deeper, and drop them face up on top of the deck. That has the advantage of essentially splitting the deck immediately above your selected card. Okay? So once they've done the actions and you're in that position, you say, right, we're gonna find the first face down card, and that will be your selection. And it's important to emphasize the fact that this is the fairest way that you know how to select a card, because you haven't touched the deck, they've done it themselves. Okay? And once you've found the first face down card, you can then reassemble the deck and have them turn their card over, and of course it's the selection. And the third phase of this, this is the way that I've been doing it for years, this 3-phase ambitious card. It's marvellous. Third phase, after putting the card back on top and doing a bit of a false shuffle and convincing them that it really is lost in the deck. Okay, of course, I just use the Slipcut Force. Slipcut Force is extremely useful, but it can be a bit difficult. And essentially it looks like this. Your card is on top. You run your thumb down the side and tell them to stop. They really can't stop anywhere. Once they've said stop, these fingers, these two fingers, grip the top card of the deck with downward pressure, while this hand comes over and separates all of the cards in that section other than the top card, which is slipped off and dropped on the top of that section in a convincing action as you point, saying that that's not your card. I've seen that, so that's not good at all. And giving them the apparently randomly selected card, which of course is the one you wanted them to have all the time. Okay? So let's just run through all of those phases linked together so you have an idea of how they're supposed to look. We'll have a randomly selected card. Spectator picks the 4 of spades. You go, okay, right, 4 of spades. So absolutely sure you don't want to change. Give them the option. No? Okay, so we'll put it in the deck. You can see that going in elevator. Okay. So, and you can add a little false shuffle in here if you like at this point. Anyone you like. Alright, okay, completely random. Shuffled, it's in the deck somewhere, I've no idea where it is, neither have you. But the deck's going to help me to find it if I just go like this. And 4 of spades on top. It's not impressive in itself, is it? No. So, what we'll do is we'll really lose it this time, because I know you don't believe me that it's really lost in the deck, so what we're going to do is really lose it, really lose it like that, and do it again. Okay, so it really is lost. And now what I want you to do is just reach over, grab a few cards and turn them face up and drop them on the deck. So they do. Okay, I want you to do the same thing a little bit deeper and drop them on the deck, and they do. And you go, right, okay. So now you have touched the deck, you have done this. So what we're going to do is go through and pick the first face down card, which is going to be your selection, okay? And this is the fairest way that I know how to select a card, okay? And you can ask them to turn it over, of course they do, and it's the 4 of spades. Oh, you really are insistent on picking the 4 of spades, aren't you? Okay, so this time we're going to be a little bit more random, okay? So, I just want you to say stop. Just tell them to stop anywhere you like. And they do. And you go, okay. So there, you're absolutely sure. They go, yeah, okay, so. can't be having that card because I've seen it and that's not good at all. I'll give you that one. And I turn it over and it's the 4 of spades. Really easy little ambitious card routine once you know how to do it. Practice the moves, make sure they're perfect before you perform this, and you'll be fine.